one iota.
No, it shouldn't. It shouldn't, because you're recording us.
But another officer.
Yeah, but it shouldn't.
Take umbrage to it, and you think, well, you're working in the streets, and that's part and parcel where we're using it. Your protection, my protection.
Yeah, that's why I wear this now. Because
when you say assault, that means that
touching, unwanted attention, unwanted touching. That's assault.
Well, searching you.
No, grabbing hold of someone is unwanted attention, which is assault, and then stopping and searching someone under false pretenses, especially section 43, they're breaking the law.
The only time they should touch you is telling you you've been detained for the search before touching you.
Yeah.
Or telling you you're under arrest before touching, unless there's an immediate threat to themselves, if that makes sense.
Yeah, but why should there be? I mean, if...
Well, because the policeman gets assaulted quite a lot.
Oh, I understand that, but if we're not being approached, if we're not approaching a policeman, there's no reason why a policeman should...
Unfortunately, I've got to be nosy.
Yeah, I know that.
But there is a way of approaching people, isn't there?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I saw you.
Like now, I mean, perfectly well.
Outside, let's say, problem is, like, taking photographs, say 10 down the street,
yeah.
right? And, well, it's psychotic, isn't it?
Absolutely.
And I go, well, I haven't seen you about here. If I say I work that big,
yeah.
You get to know the journalists and photograph, oh, I haven't seen you about, well, what are you about? And if you go, well, I'm here, I'm a tourist, or I work for this, I'm interested in that, go, jobs are good. However, if I feel like that I've got the grounds to search you for whatever, then you're going to do it.
Yeah, but what grounds would you have for someone taking a picture of 10 Downing Street? What grounds would you have? Yeah. I mean, you said if I'm a tourist or a casual journalist goes around taking pictures, you have there's no grounds whatsoever. So what?
Yeah,
I understand that, but in order to search someone under any section, you need to tell them what you're searching for. So in regards to the grounds, you would need that at least. If you are wrong in that account, such as...
Well, sometimes, like, you're not using 44, but say Section 1 or Misuse of Drugs Act, so when you're on borough, sometimes you've got, like, this demographically, mostly male, say burglary, happening between 11 PM and 3 o'clock in the morning by males between 16 and 25, probably wearing dark clothing and say probably white. Anybody around those, there's 3 grounds you've got before you've even left the nick.
Right.
And obviously, you're not just going to use those. You're going to use a stop and account. Hello, sir. What are you doing?
Yeah, but then once again, a person doesn't need to account for where they are.
No, they don't.
And in regards to you stopping and searching them, that goes against every right that we have for freedom. You're not allowed to stop someone from walking and have them freedom to walk.
You can stop an account but someone's where they are.
Only if they choose to answer you.
Exactly.
But the way you come across things, you need to account for your being here.
I'm not saying, well, why are you being here?
Yeah, why are you here? What are you doing?
But if I was to stop you, but the reason why when I do traffic stops, so I always say, well, why are you stopping me? I want to stop you under 163 of the Road Traffic Act documents. But however, I generally just don't use that. So the reason why I've stopped you is because I've seen you going down, and you're down the near side, most of the power two-wheelers we use.
Right.
Down a bit too quickly down the near side. You nearly messed that up with the pram, and I give a reason why I'm stopping. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's what I would do.
Yeah, but then
3 o'clock in the morning, and you've got a swag bag over your shoulder, and like your balaclava's up, and I'm going.
Well, then you have got grounds. But someone walking down the street. Well, no, exactly. But walking down the street taking pictures is.
No.
There's no reason to anyone.
No. No, not exactly. But I've only asked you because I was interested.
In the camera, yeah.
The camera, that's.
It's just the same as I say, just the same as your body cam. But whatever my eye sees, my camera sees.
It's just. I always speak to people how I like to speak.
Absolutely, yeah.
And you can't go wrong there.
Exactly, yeah. If you're polite, but as I say, with experience, I found you're not all the same.
No, I've had it myself actually with officers.
Yeah.
When I've been on the way to work filling up, and in the way I thought, what's just the way they were with me. I'm like, you don't even know who I am.
Exactly. Exactly.
I know where you're getting from.
Yeah.
The main thing is our job is obviously. Keep us safe.
Yeah, that's true enough. But in regards to what you just said about officers doing exactly the same thing, don't you think you should pull them up and say, look, the people aren't safe if you're like this now?
They do. It's massive. We do a thing every 6 months. There's a survey that we have to do.
Right.
And in the latest one, it's about challenging inappropriate behaviour.
Right.
Not just towards colleagues, but
yeah, because I've heard that as well. I've heard about colleagues inside the station abusing whatever they can about other colleagues. You know, taking pictures of other colleagues and then sharing them around to other colleagues in the station. And it has to stop. I mean, we love the police. We need you. We need the police for crime. But if the police are committing crimes, it's not a good thing.
The thing is like, where do you draw the line? And it's getting to a place where people will be too quiet to speak to each other. And then in that case, especially when you're working in our job, which can be, it's like you get paid for not what to do, but what you're going to do.
Right.
So if there was something terrible going on down there now,
yeah, you'd be off.
We'd be running that way.
Yeah.
A lot of people running away.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we have to deal with the carnage that we have to do there. And part of the way we deal is with how we treat each other and talk to each other.
That's how it should be.
With that mental health kind of thing.
Yeah.
But it's getting to a point now where you can't trust who you're working with, because you might go, good morning, and they don't like the way you've said it, and they're going to make a complaint.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that brings on mental health with you, and then you end up off work, and in worst cases, commit suicide. 4 officers have lost their lives in the last weeks, one thing or another.
Oh.
That's never reported.
No.
Okay,
no, that's what I report. I report what the news doesn't report, yeah.
Good, and I hope you do it on the police as well.
I do, yeah, absolutely. I mean, every time I see a good policeman, I'm always with my camera there going, guy, you're a good lad. You know, I've had thumbs up today from police, and I've had a good chat with police like yourself.
It's breaking down those barriers, but the thing is, it's never, I don't think, ever going to be things. I was having a chat. I stopped a black fella the other day. He was
Yeah.
really, really nice. And I just got chatting to him about the stop and search thing and how you do it. And I was like, demographics. And he was like, well, you know, I was well educated. He says, you've really got to go to grassroots, start going into the schools, start going in there, building those bridges. Look, we are human underneath.
Yeah.
But through powers to be, we've lost a lot of all that.
Well, the reason, I tell you why you've lost that connection between the public and the police is because of the bad police. It's because of the corruption within the police force. And you've seen it yourself. I've seen it 1,000 times. But I see it all the time. And if the regulators don't keep to the regulations, then why are the rest of us keeping to them?
Unfortunately, like that old saying, there's a bad apple in every barrel.
Yeah.
Maybe we should focus on all the good apples and
No,
say
well,
one bad apple.
No, I'm not saying there aren't any good apples, because you just pointed out yourself, you guys are on the ball and friendly guys. But when it comes to it, you do have to use reasonable force in order to stop any kind of crime from happening.
If under the law.
Yeah, under the law, under common law, yeah.
We're not above it.
No, I know that, yeah, I know that.
So if we have to use reasonable force or whatever as
part of your duties,
job,
yeah.
as long as we can justify it, then happy days.
Yeah, but
if
as you've...
don't, then we're in big trouble.
I don't know whether you keep up with police stories, but there was a young lady, quite disabled, and she asked for police help. There was a policewoman and a policeman with her at the time. The policewoman left the scene, and the policeman, hit the woman 30 times with a baton within a minute. So that's 1 every 2 seconds, and she was asking for help, and she got battered. But yes, I'm saying, but these are stories that are out there that are losing the connection between the police and the people. And as a... Sorry?
He's been sacked.
Oh, good. Good. Well, he should be in jail.
As in our management pushing CPS to make a decision to not prosecute him because they can't understand why he's
Yeah.
it's difficult. I mean, there's a lot of stuff we do that takes away people's freedom, and I think we're at a point where we're not always going to do it all the time. It's just how do you carry out that interaction so that everyone has as much information as possible.
Yeah.
It's not perfect. We don't. The way there may be stuff that sometimes we get to say through, dealing with other stuff being distracted.
Yeah.
Not always. Don't recount everything about visits or.
Oh no, I understand you can't remember everything, but the finer points of things, like give me your details. You do realise there's a line after that saying you have no legal obligation to give us them unless you've been arrested. But they don't do that. They say give me your details. details, give me your details, give me your details, and they don't carry on with that and say you don't have any legal right to send.
That is, unless like you've committed like an offence. So say for instance a cyclist going through a red light.
Yeah.
And I stop them and they go, I don't have to give you details, but you're looking at getting arrested now.
Yeah, exactly, because you committed a crime, road traffic offence. Yeah.
You're taking a photograph of a figure or of a prominent building.
Yep.
And unless you've committed an offence, then you're quite rightly, no, I don't have to do that.
Exactly.
But
that doesn't always happen. Once again.
No, it doesn't.
Bad apples.
I would suggest that's down to ignorance rather
Yeah.
than...
Well, exactly. And if it is being seen and then protected. Oh yeah, I'm watching them. But if it is being seen and then protected by their inspectors to say they've done no wrong, what kind of choice do we have?
Well, this is the thing.
If it really is that corrupt to the point where no matter how high a rank you go.
Corrupt is a wrong word.
What I will say is, my team, I do it.
Yeah.
Complaints coming to me.
These are brilliant, the cameras.
Oh yeah, they're brilliant. Yeah.
Assessed by our, a professional standard somewhere. And where we've done wrong, I will admit to that because it's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
I can't speak for my colleagues.
No.
30,000 people out there.
Yeah.
But where it's right to do so, Corey, forgive me for saying this.
That's right.
The stop Corey had last year, where although I believe he was correct in applying the law understood, the right thing to do to fund their senior thing, to having their bikes in.
Yeah.
And I believe we have a very solid.
Yeah, solid ground to work on. Yeah, exactly.
I felt it actually was better to say that, you know what, this could have been done a bit better, let's refund this.
Yeah. But it's all
Talk about it. But you did nothing wrong. You don't know. It's always like speaking to you.
Yeah.
So it's like lessons, isn't it? Even though like I'm 50 years old, but you're always.
I'm the same.
Like you to be like bike to speak.
Yeah.
And you think of me, like for about 5 years, but you're always learning. So speaking to different, you go, well, I'll try this approach and try that approach. And as long as everyone's happy, at the end of the day, we've got a job to do, haven't we?
Yeah, I understand that.
And,
Yeah.
And you can't always pick out the bad guy all the time.
But you can if there's complaints made about them.
Or about the bad guy?
Yeah.
No, I'm talking civilian, not cops.
Yeah, cops. Well, your job is to catch criminals and to make sure people are safe. And it's hard enough without the bad apples in your crew.
Yeah, when you see it's been in the papers recently about him, you just think, why have they done that?
Yeah.
And then that makes us feel. I could make we're just with you, like 2 steps, and then something happens next week. I meet you again, and then you're really office with me, and I'm going, I haven't done anything.
No, I
had
wouldn't.
A bad experience with you, but that's what you feel, and then you have to start building the bridges over and over again.
Well, I'm like you. I treat people the way they treat me. If you're kind, I'm kind. If you're horrible, I'll stay as calm as I possibly can because me being horrible is going to put me in jail.
Well, I got taught. You never go in 5th gear. You always go in at 1st gear.
Yeah.
And and then if you was in 5th gear, in 1st, hopefully you would come down. But if I need to go up gears, so 5th gear maybe use force and arrest me.
Yeah.
I will do, but you should never go in and
well, I understand you do it, but you need to tell the rest of the force. They're not on the same briefing. I mean, look at the 2010 memo for photography. It says the police have no powers to stop anyone taking pictures in public, but they still do it. The 2020 memo even indicates auditors and vloggers not to be approached whatsoever, and they're still being approached by inspectors and a whole gang of people from the police station.
It all depends. It's like you're a professional photographer,
yeah.
Right? So you've got an eye for things from going, that'd be a great shot, that'd be a great shot. So you get to know. So being a policeman for 15, 16 years, and skipper 20 years.
Yeah, I'm the same with this.
Yeah, so it's a case of you get to see there's a what's it called, a behaviour,
like a pattern, yeah.
A pattern of people. So most people here walking down the street are all roughly doing the same thing. But you'll get to pick out that's unusual. So if there's a photographer, a tourist, but there's someone else who may be looking around, you think, it's a bit odd. So I now need
Right.
to go and speak to them.
Yeah, but
They don't.
yeah, but odd isn't really a stoppable offence, really.
No, it's not. But you think he's not being the same as everybody.
Well, but then you want everyone to be the same then. No one is the same. Everyone's different.
Everyone with their behaviours are roughly the same.
Yeah.
And they're consciously.
Yeah.
So if their behaviour is different from everybody else, so you might just watch them for a little bit, and you think, well, that's it. They are a tourist, or you might need to. Their behaviour may change.
Mm.
So the day that we don't stop them, what happens if they go boom? And you go, you could have stopped them. You see McKinley, and I go, yeah, but I've told you I can't stop them because it's their breach thing. And you go, but if I had, I may have stopped a load of people from being killed.
True enough. I'm not saying don't. I'm just saying it's happening to too many people that aren't terrorists.
I'm just saying they've done courses for behaviours.
Yeah.
Run ops where you've got plain clothes. Listen, we've got to go.
Okay. Good luck. Have a good day. Thank you very much. Get one yourself. They're only cheap, 30 quid. I know, but on your own, when you're out of uniform. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you. See you later. Nice one. That was a nice interaction, that was lovely. Well, kind of, it builds bridges, I guess. I guess it does. Well, that was a nice end to the thing. Oh, I've hurt myself. Nice one. Let's hope that bloody recorded now. Yes, it did.